Good afternoon. It's now 2 o'clock. We'll start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of your companions attending. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your face in the video. As a reminder, please take the online Learning Evaluation Test exercise or OLETE for Mastery of Learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown below. The link has been placed in the chat box already, as well as in the Viber group, as well as in the Facebook group. Another reminder, 50 OLETE certificates will entitle one to a ROJoson voucher for telemedical consultation. Another request is that those who are not planning to take the OLETE, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper. Okay. Please show your face. Show your face. Okay, last call to show your face. 1, 2, may pahabol. 1, 2, 3. Let's have another shot. 1. Let's have another shot. 1, 1, 2, 3. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. From October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. This may take 3 years or longer. My pep talk today is entitled Cancer Curability and Survivorship. This is part of the health issue course. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an understanding of cancer curability and survivorship in the management of their health. The contents of this topic will be the following: what is cancer? What is the basic cause of cancer? What is cancer curability? Can we talk of a cure in cancer? What is cancer survivorship? Who is a cancer survivor? And what is the ROJoson Cancer Survivorship Program? And what are ROJoson's advocating statements and advice on cancer curability and cancer survivorship? Let's start with the first topic. What is a cancer? Okay, a cancer is a disease. It's a medical disease when some of the body's cells grow uncontrollably with the potential to invade the adjacent body tissues or organs and to spread to distant tissues or organs. So this slide shows this is the normal cell, and then these are the cancer cells which grow uncontrollably with the potential to invade the adjacent body tissues or organs. And then this is a picture that shows the tendency of the cancer to spread to distant organs. In this particular slide here, it's the primary tumor in the colon, which has spread to the lungs. Okay, so a distant spread is also called as metastasis. What is the basic cause of cancer? It's basically a genetic disease it is caused by changes to the genes that control the way our cells function in the body, especially how they grow and divide. Cancer covers a wide spectrum of diseases characterized by uncontrolled cell growth, which is driven by the downregulation of tumor suppressing genes. That's why there's a failure to stop the uncontrolled cell growth, and upregulation of the tumor promoting genes, which allow uncontrolled growth. So what is cancer curability? Before we start discussing cancer curability, let's begin with the conventional definition of a medical cure. The usual concept is that medical cure is a medical condition or disease that is completely gone after treatment or after some time and will never come back. Okay, so that is the medical cure, a total cure. Okay. Now, in cancer curability, we talk about we ask the question, is cancer curable or incurable? Okay, so that's a basic question. For cancers, no doctors will guarantee your cancer will not come back. I repeat, no doctors will guarantee your cancer will not come back. In other words, no doctors will guarantee you will be cured of cancer after treatment, after any type of treatment that will be done. Now, why? What are the reasons? First, doctors don't know everything about the cancer yet, this disease yet. The best knowledge so far is that the ultimate or proximate cause of cancer is changes or mutations to the genes or DNA within the cells, and that cancer is a genetic disease caused by changes to the genes that control the way our cells function, especially how they grow and divide. There are theories on how gene mutations can lead to cancer development. Some of these theories are the following. Okay. It allows rapid growth, failure to stop the uncontrolled growth, and then there are mistakes when repairing the DNA errors. Okay. The exact mechanisms of cancer development is not definitely known yet as of today. Okay. And thus, even the targeted cancer therapy, which are the newest type of treatment on the molecular or gene level, are not yet 100% successful. The other reason is that the usual cancer treatment modalities, usually the conventional treatment will be surgery, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy, are not strictly treating the primary cause of the cancer. So what they do, they just extirpate, they kill with the drugs, and burn with the cancer. If the primary cause is still around, which we don't know exactly what, there is always the possibility of recurrence after treatment, because all of these treatments are just treating the mass or the cancer itself, not the cause. Number 3, no two cancers are the same. Each individual cancer possesses different biologic characteristics, even cancers of the same type with the same name. Some are slow-growing, some are fast-growing. Usually, the biologic behavior of the cancer, whether it's fast-growing or slow-growing, is not known at the time of the treatment. Thus, the only time, based on track record, will tell the outcome of the treatment. So only time will tell the outcome. The fourth reason will be after treatment, some cancer cells may remain somewhere in the body. Okay, where they are, we don't know. So unnoticed, and our patients are usually asymptomatic. Okay, so it remains somewhere for a long time, even as long as 10 years, but can eventually grow, divide, invade, and spread to distant areas and becomes a nuisance. If this occurs, this is what we call a recurrence of the cancer. Now, a reason why doctors do not guarantee no recurrence is this one, number 4 reason. So at the time there are no symptoms, doctor just used the word remission, but not cured. Complete remission means that tests, physical exams by the doctors, scans, or diagnostic tests, okay, shows no signs of your cancer are present. Okay, this is complete remission after treatment. Okay, but some doctors also refer to this complete remission just only as no evidence of disease and no evidence of recurrence. Okay, NER and ED, but they don't talk of cure. So complete remission does not mean cure. Okay. Recurrence. What is a recurrence? Some cancer cells, as I said, can remain unnoticed in the body for years after treatment. And if a cancer returns after it has been treated and it has been in remission for quite some time, it's called a recurrence. A cancer can recur in the same place it was originally diagnosed, or it can recur in a different part of the body, usually a distant site. So up to now, the sad reality, which is very gloomy, okay, is that there is no true cure for cancer, meaning no guarantee it will not recur. Physicians do not talk of cure, as I said. They use the word remission if there are no signs of recurrence. But a hopeful reality, which could be optimistic, is that together with the patients, the doctors, together with the patients, always hope for a cure, especially for those cancers which are recognized, diagnosed, and treated early and with known track record of slow growth in behavior. Again, the sad reality is that there is currently no cure for cancer. However, successful treatment can result in cancer going into remission, which means that all signs of it have gone. So the early detection and treatment of cancer can significantly improve the chances of remission and a person's outlook. So this is part of the hopeful reality. So we can look at this with some degree of optimism. So literally, to cure cancer or to cure refers to eliminate a disease or a condition without any relapse or recurrence. However, the recurring nature of the cancer of a disease within months or even years after remission makes the traditional definition of cure impractical and rarely mentioned in oncology or the specialty of cancer. So this is the sad reality. And the cure of cancer implies not only numerically long survival time, but also we talk about equal life expectation between properly treated patients and the corresponding cancer-free population. So a hopeful reality will be, some authors would say, a plausible and empirical criterion for curability, to say that there is cure already, is the maintenance of recurrence-free survival for more than 10 years after effective treatment. Okay. So this is empirical, no hard basis, but based on experience. Okay, that's why it's called empirical and a reasonable criterion to use, 10 years. So optimistic concept of cancer curability. This is based on the track records of the different types of cancers. As I said, no two cancers are the same. Some are slow growing and some are fast growing. And then based on the usual recurrence time in terms of years of a particular cancer after a standard complete treatment. Okay. So if no recurrence occurs at this time, then one can reasonably use cured. Okay. Example, if the usual recurrence time of a particular cancer is within 5 years and no recurrence is on the 5th year, then one can reasonably say that the patient is cured of the cancer. Another example, if the usual recurrence time of a particular cancer is within 10 years, and if no recurrence occur on the 10th year, then one can say that he is or she is cured. So in general, 10 years is used as a cut-off, but there are exceptions. Okay, there are still a few percentage of people who will have recurrence after 10 years. Next topic will be on cancer survivorship. So what is cancer survivorship? Who is a cancer survivor? The American Cancer Society uses the term cancer survivor to refer to anyone who has ever been diagnosed with cancer, no matter where they are in the course of their disease. When they say no matter where they are, meaning in what stage, whether it is in remission, residual, or recurrence. Okay. So as long as they're still alive, they're called cancer survivor. So that's why here's another statement. One who remains alive and continues to function during and after overcoming a cancer, whether physically or mentally or psychologically, is considered a cancer survivor. So from the time of diagnosis until the end of life, okay, one can still be called a cancer survivor. Both the National Cancer Institute and Roswell Park in the US clinically define a person as a cancer survivor from the day of their cancer diagnosis onwards and as long as they are alive. So it's an individual, cancer survivor is an individual with cancer of any type, current, or even in the past, who is still living. Personally, I like to qualify this. I like to add 10 years at least with no recurrence or in remission as a qualifier. Okay. So the definition of the American Cancer Society, NCI, and others is just very loose. Okay, so this is just to give optimism, okay, hope for the patients. Okay, but strictly speaking, when you talk about cancer survivor, okay, I like to add a qualifier of 10 years at least. Okay, so I will also include those patients who died after 10 years, okay, with no recurrence, and the cause of death is not due to the cancer. They're still also called cancer survivor. Okay, although the cancer can recur after the 11th year, 12 years, if they continue to live. Okay, but they're still called cancer survivor. My personal observation is that chances of recurrence in this group, 10 years with no recurrence, will be about 1%. I have a cancer survival registry in which I keep track of patients who have been treated by me starting 1980 and who are considered cancer survivors using the operational definite criterion of at least 10 years in remission after treatment. So I use 10 years. The registry, which I publish in the internet, okay, in my blog, serves as an inspiration to current and future cancer patients and will debunk the thinking that having cancer is always a death sentence. So this is my hope. It will debunk the thinking that having cancer is always a death sentence. This is with my cancer registry. As of August 4, 2022, I have a registry of 157 cancer survivors. As I said, I keep track since 1982 and have been in remission for 10 or more years under my care. Okay. At least 10 years, it can be, some are longer, okay, some more than 30 years in remissions. Most of my patients are Filipino patients with breast cancers and thyroid cancers. Majority are breast cancers. So I will continue to track and increase the number of cancer survivors under my care. So recall this slide. Up to now, there is no true cure for cancer, no guarantee for cure. Physicians do not talk of cure. They use the word remission if there are no signs of recurrence. As I said, this is the sad reality, a gloomy reality. So the question is, how do you relate now this gloomy concept of cancer curability or incurability to my cancer survivor registry wherein I already have more than 150 patients who survive more than 10 years or longer. So I'm trying to bring out a hopeful reality here. And as you try to recall this slide also, as we said, the optimistic concept of cancer curability will be based on the track records of the different types of cancers. So there's no absolutely the same thing for all cancer, based on the usual recurrence of a particular cancer after standard complete treatment. And if no recurrence at this time, based on the usual time of recurrence, then one can use the word cure. As I said, 10 years is the usual cutoff with some exceptions, of course. So my recommendations are the following. Be optimistic, but be vigilant in promoting cancer cure and survivorship. Though there is no guarantee of complete and permanent cure from cancer, there is still a chance for cure and survivorship. Be vigilant on having early detection, early consultation, and early treatment to have the best chance of cure. Then hope and pray that there will be cure in terms of no recurrence until you die of another non-cancer cause. It's still possible that you will die of another cause. Okay? If there is cure, then give thanks. If there is no cure, just say, thy will be done. The ROJoson Cancer Survivorship Program consists of the following: patient-centered cancer care management, group psychosocial therapy. So in terms of a club, ROJoson Cancer Crusaders Club, and also the one that I just mentioned, the Cancer Survivor Registry. So these are the three components of my cancer survivorship program. The goal of the ROJoson Cancer Survivorship Program is to help patients, cancer patients, move forward with their life while carefully monitoring their disease and surveillance. So essentially through these two, patient-centered cancer care survey management, this means personalized care, cost-effective, and compassionate care. And then the other one is the group psychosocial therapy, aside from individual psychosocial therapy being done in this first one, patient-centered care management. Aside from the individual psychosocial therapy, I have a group psychosocial therapy in the form of the ROJoson Cancer Crusaders Club. So the Cancer Crusaders Club was established in 1988. Okay. Its purpose is to provide psychosocial therapy and support to cancer patients as a group. Okay. So we have been meeting every first Sunday of the year. So last time, okay, so we are now on our 34th year as of December 2021. So last year, number of attendees, 48, okay, with a gadget. And the total attendees with companions amounted to 72 patients attending. And then the usual programs are the following: cancer journey sharing in the phase of diagnosis and treatment, remission, survivorship, recurrence, and curtain calls. Okay. And then we have some inspirational, motivating songs, and then a lecturette by me on how to deal with cancer. So this is as of last year, December 5. Okay. So this person talked about cancer journey during her phase of remission. Remission means at year 10, she has no recurrence, so she's still in remission. Okay. And then this one, patient in remission for 33 years, okay, who shared her cancer journey, okay, during these 33 years, the patients with thyroid cancer. The patient with recurrence, okay, 21 years after the treatment, she's now in the stage of recurrence. Okay. So she talked about her cancer journey, breast cancer. Okay. And then another breast cancer patients, year 7, talk about her recurrence. And then a patient, 37 in here, who has been in remission for 37 years, okay, breast cancer patients who shared her journey in the face of remission. And then patients who are near in the face of curtain call, okay, so also did the sharing. So this patient with the relatives, okay, of this patient did the sharing. Another patient with a cancer phase in the curtain call, okay, patient who eventually died of liver cancer. So this sharing was done by the daughter. So after the sharing, I usually have a short lecturette. So I talk about psychosocial distress experienced by Filipino cancer patients. So this constitute the activities of the Cancer Crusaders Club, and essentially, which is the aim is to provide psychosocial therapy and support to cancer patients. So the last topic will be my advocating statements and advice on cancer curability and cancer survivorship. There are a lot of uncertainties in cancer management, particularly on cancer curability and survivorship. These uncertainties give rise to anxiety on what to expect, kasi hindi natin alam, and what to do. So they usually give rise to a gloomy reality. That's a tendency. A recommended optimistic stance will be to still hope for the best in terms of curability and survivorship, but ready to accept the worst. My advice, even before the cancer developed in a particular person, the person should be proactive, ready in knowing the basic principles and processes of cancer curability and survivorship, and how early recognition, early consult, and early treatment, okay, which can give the happier results and ending. So they must know on how to do early recognition, early consult, and early treatment. Although no physicians will guarantee cure on a theoretical basis, because there's always a chance, no matter how small, for cancer to recur even after the most effective treatment. But in reality, one can still talk of cure, especially if there is early recognition, early consult, and early treatment. More so if the treatment is effective. This is evidenced by my cancer survivor registry, wherein patients have been shown to live in remission for more than 10 years or longer. So more than 30 years in my series. It could be more. As I showed you in the earlier slides in the sharing, there was a patient who has been in remission for 37 years. So remember this optimistic concept of cancer's curability that is based on the usual recurrence time of a particular cancer after standard complete treatment. If no recurrence at this time, then one can say a person with cancer is cured after treatment. So we try to refrain from the absolute concept of no cure, just remission. Okay? No cure, just remission. This is the usual stance of doctors. Okay? Because of the uncertainties and anxieties, a patient needs a competent, holistic, and compassionate physician to assist in the cancer journey. So he needs a physician who has a cancer survivorship program, which should consist of a personalized, patient-centered care management, inclusive of psychosocial therapy, and as much as possible, a group psychosocial therapy, because this helps. This complements the individual psychosocial therapy. So, summary and takeaway, I have discussed these topics. What is cancer? What is the basic cause? What is cancer curability? Can we talk of cure and the cancer? What is cancer survivorship? Who is a cancer survivor? What is the ROJoson Cancer Survivorship Program? And what are my advocating statements and advice on cancer curability and cancer survivorship? So takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on cancer curability and survivorship. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the 4 Ks of patient empowerment, which are kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions in the medical management of oneself by knowing the basic principles and processes of cancer curability and survivorship. So with that, I end my pep talk. I hope I have empowered you to have a better understanding on cancer curability and survivorship in your health management. Before we go to the open forum, reminder, please take the OLETE, the 50 OLETE certificates. I think some of you or most of you have already accomplished this because we are now on our 60th. This is our 60th pep talk. Okay, so 50 OLETE certificates entitled one to a voucher for a ROJoson telemedical consultation. Again, as a request, reminder on the request, those who are not taking the OLETE, please type in your feedback on the chat box because this will be recorded also. And then, okay, before we start the QA interactions, let's now have a group picture taking. Okay, ready? Everybody ready? 1, 1, 2. May pahabol. May pahabol. Okay, nawala pahabol. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, the floor is now open for questions, comments, suggestions, or anything that you want to say. You may want to share your experience also. Okay. I think majority of you present here have experience on cancer curability or even survivorship. Okay. Okay. Any questions?
May I say something?
Okay, Susan, go ahead.
Yes. So based on your definition, I am a cancer survivor because I had papillary carcinoma in 1998.
1998, how long is it?
So it's ano na, 2008, 2018, mga more than 2 decades.
1998?
24
Yes,
24 years.
24 years.
Oh, 24 years. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I am considered, Doc, as a survivor.
For me, yeah. For me.
Because,
but as I said, a lot of doctors are hesitant to use the word cure. Okay.
So based also on your discussion, being optimistic, there wouldn't be any chance of recurrence. Am I correct?
No, as I said, no guarantee that there won't be recurrence, but be optimistic that it will not recur. Okay, there's a greater chance it will not recur, but not absolute. Not absolute.
Okay. So
okay.
What could be the reasons why it will recur or not recur?
Number one, okay, in general, we don't, as I said, we don't know the exact cause, no, okay, of the cancer, because just like your cancer, you have papillary thyroid cancer, okay?
Yes.
Before I go on, I just recall, because you were asking me whether you are a cancer survivor. The answer is definitely yes. Okay, definitely yes. Okay, you are classified as a cancer survivor. If you use the definition of the others, the American Cancer Society, the NCI, no, as long as you have cancer, no matter how long you are still, as long as you're still alive, okay, even 1 year after the surgery, after the treatment, you're already considered cancer survivor if you base it on that criterion made by the in the US, right? Or most of the societies, okay? But if I use 10 years, okay, which is probably more realistic now, okay, you're still under the concept of the category of cancer survivor because you're 24 years already, di ba? Mahaba na. No? So going back, what are the causes possible recurrence? Number one, as I said, we don't know the exact cause. No? Okay. So yung surgery done on you was just to remove the cancer on the thyroid gland. Okay. So what really caused the nawala ka ba? Are you
I'm
still
here,
there?
Doc.
Okay.
I'm here. Oh.
Okay. So what really caused the thyroid cancer? We don't know, right? We don't know exactly what was the cause. Okay. So yung surgery mo was not removing the cause; it just removed the cancer. Okay. Hopefully, that that trigger for the thyroid cancer is not there anymore. We can only hope it's not there. Okay. Okay. So you have total removal of the thyroid, right?
Yes, Doc.
Okay. So, but even total, when you say total removal, you don't have any bed already for possible recurrence, right? No more, strictly speaking, no more yung soil for recurrence, no? But no guarantee, no guarantee also, no? Okay. So that's why it's quite kaminsan very gloomy when we talk about this one, but these are all theoretical discussions, no? Okay. So we have to balance it with just looking at the bright side of things, no? Okay. Now, papillary cancer is known to be very slow growing, no? That's why you also consider that, no? Slow growing type of cancer, so it's still sometimes you have thyroid cancer in your body that you don't know, no? And you die with it. Now it has sometimes now we don't know that you have a patient has a thyroid cancer, but she died of another cause. It's only during autopsy that we discovered that she has a thyroid cancer. So that means you can live. Sometimes you can live with the thyroid cancer.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So
Yes.
keep your hopes high. No. So just continue to live on. Okay. Plan out your life well until the last day. We don't know when it will come, but it will surely come. No? Okay. So,
Okay.
di natin lang alam kung kailan darating. No? Just be
Okay, Doc.
prepared. No? Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
but do not be too focused now on the cancer. Okay. Consider your other health parameters also, like your heart, no? Baka may problema ka sa heart.
Meron.
Baka nakalimutan mo na yung heart mo. Okay? Baka yung pa ang bumigay. No? Okay? Okay?
Oh.
Balance lang everything. No?
Stress daw kasi ang problema, Doc, eh. Stress.
Kaya nga, healthy living, no? Avoid stress, try to manage your stress. No? If you cannot avoid it totally, I don't think you can avoid it totally, but manage it. No? Okay? We also need some stress to strengthen us, di ba? Konting stress. No? Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Comments? Anything on the chat box? Okay. Are you
Nothing sa chat box.
So cancer survivor? Okay.
Meron hong question sa
Okay.
from Rochelle de la Cruz. Hi, Doc. I have a brother who died of lung cancer. Would that mean that I am in high risk of acquiring it too?
Theoretically, yes, but we have to what do you call that? To himay-himay natin. What was we tried, although in majority of cases we don't know the exact cause of cancer, but kuminsan there might be some predisposing factor like smoking, like inhalation of something, yung mga toxins, no? So smoker ba siya?
Yes, Doc. He also works in a construction worker.
Okay. Kasi kung wala siyang ganong risk factors, most likely it's in the gene itself, no? Okay. So baka meron kang tendency to have lung cancer. Pero based on, I think, if I'm not mistaken, based on track records, no? For sure there's a family history has a factor, but hindi siya mataas, no? Unlike the other types of cancer, no? Okay. So, but if he has lung cancer because of smoking and you're not a smoker, no, unless you are always with him, may passive smoker ka rin, no, you are still at high risk for acquiring it too, no? Kung wala namang, let's say wala siyang smoking habit, excessive smoking habit, and then you're not exposed to it, no, very small chance, no, low risk, no, for acquiring lung cancer. Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay.
So as a follow-up, Doc, so ano po yung pwede kong gawin para sa early detection or something, yung test na kailangan kong, do I need to have the X-ray yearly, yung ganun po para lang ma-check?
Okay. No. Okay. Ang aking tinuturo, yung principles will be, you look at whether you have high risk or not. No? If you have low risk, you don't have to go for all those tests. No? So, in general, just healthy lifestyle, healthy living, okay? And then just be on the lookout, no? Based on symptoms, okay? Okay. So don't waste your time doing all the lab tests, no? Healthy living lang, as long as you're not smoking, you're avoiding all those rooms that has a lot of people smoking, no? Ganon.
Okay.
Okay.
Salamat po, Doc. Salamat.
Okay. Wag kang mag-focus lang sa lungs, ha? Baka meron yung iba pa, na? Okay. I-balance lang niyo, na? Okay.
Doc, from Susan Argel. Susan Argel is asking, how can we join in your Cancer Crusaders Club?
You just manifest your intention, okay? And I have it in the Facebook already, na? Okay. So you can subscribe, okay? Okay. Since 2019 or 2020, since the start of lockdown, we went online already now. So we don't have any face-to-face sessions anymore, na? Online, na? Okay. In fact, the next one will be online again, first Sunday of December. Okay. I think Mel Cabrera is already has volunteered to share her experience. No? Mel is here. Okay. So we're now preparing for the 35th annual Cancer Crusaders Club Christmas get together. Okay. I will inform you, no? Or Beth can inform you. No? Okay.
Doc, another question from Jacqueline Tong. A few years ago, a type of cancer treatment became popular or quite talked about, specifically cryotherapy. And the hospital connected with it is FUDA, F-U-D-A. Can you expound more on cryotherapy?
Okay, cryotherapy, when you say cryo, it's really use of high temperature, na parang dry ice, gano'n, no? So it's a local treatment on a cancer, no? Okay. So sometimes this is one of the Sometimes you can call it alternative medicine, but sometimes doctors would not say it's alternatives already because they will say it's already proven, marami nang gumagaling, so they call it conventional cancer treatment, no? Okay. But all over the world, I don't think it's very popular. I don't think it's accepted as a mainstream in the cancer treatment, baka in China only, no? Okay, or baka in another few country, no? Okay. So it's the use of yung mga high temperature gadgets na that will dissolve or that will burn that cancer, no? Okay. So it's a local treatment. It's not something systemic. When you say systemic, the cancer agent goes around your body, okay, throughout your body, and then cuts and try to kill the cancer where they are. No? Cryotherapy, it's kung saan mo in-apply, let's say sa liver, you apply the cryotherapy there, then it will burn the cancer there. No? Okay. So local treatment ang tawag doon. No? Okay.
Another question, Doc.
Sorry.
Maria Justa Polotan. What is triple negative breast cancer? Thank you.
Triple negative breast cancer means there are usually three tests that are being done nowadays. No, hindi naman nowadays, but medyo matagal-tagal na rin, no? But baka 10 years or 15 years now, you have the ERA, PRA, and HER2/neu, no? So these are the tests that are being done for the cancer. Okay, so if the ERA is negative, and then the PRA is negative also as a result, and then the HER2/neu is negative, no? So tatlo yun, no? That's why it's called triple negative breast cancer. Okay, so studies have shown that if you have triple negative breast cancer, it carries a poor prognosis. No? Okay. Kaya usually, kinikimo yan. No? Kinikimo. Kahit na maliit lang yung original tumor mo. No? Usually. No? Okay. So, but it's not absolute. No? Okay. I mean, to go for the chemo is not absolute. But a lot of scientists are recommending chemotherapy for triple negative breast cancer because of the experience that it carries a poor prognosis. No? I mean, in terms of recurrence, no? Madali mag-recur.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay.
Another question, Doc, from Chris Nesesia. For breast cancer, Doc, after the treatment done, are we allowed to take herbal medicines? Mas makakatulong po ba yon?
Somebody likes to answer that? Would somebody like to answer that? Okay.
Ako, Doc, with the mommy, although, kasi di ba we both know naman na wala na yung kay mommy. She was talagang stage 4 with her inflammatory breast cancer. So you told me, let's try last ditch yung alternative. Oh no. Wala pang isang linggo umayaw ang mommy ko especially with the food. It was horrible. Tapos we had the medicines and the soup. They weren't medicines, no? They were all supplements. Ang hirap kong i-maintain kasi para bang ang feeling ko noon every 2 hours meron siyang kailangan inumin. Okay. So it was although we managed it, until she died, but it didn't really do anything for my mom. In the end, I mean, we went with the supplements, but with the diet, as you said, ibigay mo na yung gusto niya. Kesa naman, as my mom said, mamamatay na ako, hindi ko pa makain yung gusto ko. Yeah, si mommy kasi is very, very pragmatic. Sabi niya, ano yan? It has no taste at all. So, I don't think it's going to help with the supplements. As you said, it's just the right diet. but the supplements, so serious. My goodness. I mean,
Mahal
lots-
pa, ano? Tsaka
Ang
mahal
mahal.
pa yan. Oo.
sobrang mahal. It was very, very expensive. I think for 1 month it was about 14,000. The whole just for 1 month. My goodness. There's
Okay.
for sleeping, for this, for that, for oh no. Wag na.
No.
Not enjoy your life if you're going to be a slave to all of that.
Doc, Doc.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
No.
Chuchi. Okay, Chuchi, go.
Yes. No, I just wanted to say that there's really no scientific basis for treatment for cancer through
Global.
through the yung herbal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would not go for it because there are other choices naman. Pwede naman yung those that are scientifically proven already by
Yeah.
medicine. So
Okay.
why go for that, di ba?
Okay. Okay, any more?
Wag na lang.
Wag na lang. Okay.
Wag na lang. I mean, if your cancer wasn't as bad as my mom's, no, you need to the conventional no. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, so ang tanong ni Chris will be, for breast cancer, after treatment done, are we allowed to take herbal medicine? So, okay, if I have to be diplomatic with you, is that I cannot force you what to do, okay? So when you say you are allowed, okay, so you can do anything you want to do, but you have to consider things. You try to as I said, number one, anong indications for the herbal, okay? That's you have to analyze. Is still, tapos na yung treatment mo no? Kung tapos na yung treatment mo, you don't need additional treatment already, no? So that means you don't need herbal medicine, no? Okay. Now, if you need additional treatment, no? So again, you try to compare the various options. Compare the various options. Herbal medicines could be one to be democratic about it, to be open-minded. No, okay. Other treatment could be chemotherapy, radiotherapy. When you talk about breast cancer, these are additional treatment. No, so then you try to compare the data in terms of benefit, risk, cost, availability. No? Okay. Some of you mentioned about yung effectiveness, no evidence-based data na baka sabihin natin 1% lang yung effectivity ng herbal medicine. Wala, I won't say 0%, no? Baka 1%, no? Compared to the others, baka may 30% pa or 50% or 60%, no? Okay. Then you look at the risk. The risk, as mentioned by some of you, ang pangit ng lasa, no? Ganon, no? Sometimes you can have a lot of side effects from it also. Then you also look at the cost, di ba? The cost. Kung 1% lang, and then you're going to spend about 14,000 a day or two, wag na lang, di ba? Something like that, no? Okay. So just use the processes that I taught you, okay? Compare mo lang palagi yung okay, yung options, no? And then, kung talagang pangit yung isa compared to the others, then you consider the better options, no? Okay. So I'm trying to be systematic, very scientific in my explanation. No? I won't tell you outright na no. No. Okay. 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 So depende, Chris. Number one, kailangan pa ba? No? Kasi after, let's say, after mastectomy for early breast cancer, baka tapos na, hindi mo na kailangan. No? What is needed is just a restoration of your healthy lifestyle, no? Para ma-regain mo yung health mo. No? Okay. So, but if there is a need for additional treatment to avoid a recurrence, try to minimize recurrence, then you look at the various options. No? Okay, hormonal, chemo, radiotherapy, herbal. Okay. And then, of course, the other question that you might ask probably, baka combinations of something with herbal, no? Okay. So, isasama mo na rin sa ano mo, sa evaluation mo, no? So, look at the data, no? Kung scientifically proven, no, may at least sa akin, mga gamot na gagamitin natin, dapat may at least 60% effectivity. Kahit na 60%, wag lang yung 30, 20 o 1%. Lalo na kung 1% lang, wag na. No? Okay? Okay? Okay, Jocelyn T. Have you heard of anyone who underwent cryotherapy na successful? How many years pa? Sorry, I'm not. Baka wala. I cannot recall, na? Pero kasi bihira akong ano. So I'm sorry, I cannot answer that. How many years alive after that treatment? Baka may alam ka. Jocelyn. Can you share? Cryotherapy in China?
No, wala akong alam, Doc. Mhm.
I've heard of people going to China in Fuda with cryotherapy, but they come back also dead. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So of course they will say the cryotherapy was successful in some patients. Okay. I mean it's believable naman. Okay. So, but whether it's really effective in terms of how many patients were cured compared to how many patients were not cured, no, it's not yet in the main line. It's not yet being recommended universally. Okay.
thank you, Doc.
Okay. Any more questions?
Meron pa po follow-up ni Chris Nesensya. Totoo po ba na sugar ang food ng cancer? Dapat po ba no sugar na kami?
Kung no sugar ka na kayo, payat na kayo. Okay. Now you just moderate it. Of course, there are theories on that, no, but it's not really that talagang foolproof, no. Just balance it na lang, no? Balance it. Just take anything in moderation, no. Okay. So I've seen a lot of cancer. Si Susan, tanong natin kay Susan. Oh, Susan,
Yes, Doc.
you're now 24 years ka na. Do you
Yes, Doc.
limit your sugar?
Actually, I am not very. I don't take so much sugar.
But you're taking sugar.
Yeah, a little for coffee.
Okay.
But
Yan ang answer mo, Chris. Buhay pa si ano.
and ano kasi I avoid I really avoid a lot of sweets, pastries. I don't like them really. I don't know. Pastries. I don't eat ice cream anymore. Ganun lang.
Yeah, okay. So who else? Sunny, are you avoiding sugar? Phoebe. Phoebe is already, ilang years ka na, Phoebe?
Eight years. Sa
Nagsusugar ka
coffee
pa
ko
rin.
lang yung sugar. Sa coffee lang.
Di ka
Walang
kumaka-
ice cream, walang cake.
Walang cake, walang ice cream, sugar ano lang.
Wala. Sa coffee lang ako nagsusugar.
Oh, at least meron. Okay. So, as I said, you can take sugar in moderation. No, okay. No problem. No. Okay. Sino pa? Si,
Doc?
yeah. Yeah.
I Susan again, ano?
Okay.
I avoid too much sugar because I don't want to have diabetes.
Yeah. Not
That's
because
my
of the
reason.
cancer. Not because of the
Oh
cancer.
no. In fact, the doctor I went to never told me to avoid sugar. Pero ako, I don't want to have diabetes. So far, okay naman ang aking FBS as always. So yun lang.
Okay. So just take anything in moderation. As I said, we don't know the exact cause of cancer. No. Okay, but if you want, taking anything in excess, no, is possible risk for cancer. Anything na lang. Okay. So take everything in moderation. Na? Okay. Healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, healthy mindset, etc. Okay. So any more questions? It's 3:04. No more?
Wala na, Doc. Wala na sa chat box.
So
Thank
if
you,
there are no
Doc.
more questions, we'll call it a day. The next topic will be, we go to the other extreme next week. It will be cancer incurability. No? Okay. Today we talk about cancer curability, although so somehow we touch also incurability, but next week we will focus on cancer incurability. Specifically, when do you say that you have to stop the cancer treatment already because it's incurable already? No? And then we will be talking about hospice care in relation to cancer incurability. No? Okay. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we'll call it a day.
Thank you, Doc.
We'll see each other next week. Okay. Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Doc. Bye-bye. Happy weekend.
Bye-bye.
Happy weekend also.
Happy weekend too.
Ingat
Thank
po.
you. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you po.